Am I the bad person for telling my son his dad abandoned him when I was the one who pushed him away? I don't usually write this kind of thing, but I need to get it off my chest and hear opinions that aren't from people who know me, because I feel like everyone looks at me differently since all of this blew up. I'm 37. My son is 17. When I got pregnant it was with my then partner. We'd been together almost 5 years, and at the time I thought he was the love of my life. The truth is the relationship was already full of cracks. He worked a ton, I felt lonely, and when our son was born everything intensified. A few months later I found out he'd cheated on me. It wasn't a long affair or something brazen, but to me it was an unforgivable betrayal. It hurt so much that I didn't want to see him again. I made it clear, I don't want you to be part of my life. But he kept insisting he wanted to be in our child's life. That's when my silent war began. I felt wounded, humiliated, and I vowed that he wasn't going to enjoy being a father after hurting me that badly. So I put up barriers, I made visits difficult, changed schedules, made excuses. I moved to another city when my son was only 2 and didn't give him the new address. I answered late or begrudgingly. I made him feel like an intruder. And finally, after years, he stopped insisting. In my mind, that became confirmation that he didn't care about us. From there I built a narrative, that he had abandoned us. That he didn't want anything to do with us. That I had raised our son alone. And yes, I raised him alone, but not because the father didn't try, because I blocked those attempts myself. For years, every time my son asked about his dad, I answered with short phrases, he didn't want to be here. He left us. He didn't love us. I told myself the same things so I'd believe them. That way I was the victim, the heroic mother. It was easier than admitting that my resentment had turned me into a cruel person. My son grew up believing his father had rejected him. That I was the only one who was there for him. And even though it hurt me to see him sad, I felt that, at least, he had me. I convinced myself it was for his own good, that I was protecting him from a man who had hurt me. Until 2 months ago. My son found his father on social media. He messaged him. They met. And his father showed him everything, emails, messages, certified letters, voice notes begging me to be allowed to see him. Proof that I was the one who pushed him away. That he never gave up, I made him give up. When my son came back from that meeting, he looked at me differently. Cold. Distant. He called me a liar and a manipulator to my face. Said I stole his father from him. That I ruined his childhood. Since that day he almost never speaks to me. He sleeps at home, but he seems like a stranger. When I try to talk, he ignores me. He says he will never forgive me. I tried to explain. I told him that at the time I was hurting, that I thought I was protecting him from a man who betrayed me. He answered, "You protected me from my dad, not from a monster." I tried to apologize, but he said it was too late. That it's not about one apology, it's about years lost. Today my son talks to his father almost every day. They're going out together for the first time without me. And I know it's best for him, but I can't help feeling an empty hole in my stomach. It's like something that I thought was mine was torn away. And I know I caused it myself. Deep down I know this all came from selfishness, from resentment, from wanting to punish my ex and protect my role as the perfect mother. But now my son sees me as the villain of his life. And maybe I am. That's why I'm asking, am I the bad person for lying to my son for so many years about his father? I know the answer seems obvious, but I need to read it from others to really grasp the magnitude of what I've done. Update. Hi everyone. I'm the mother from the original post. It's been almost 4 months since I wrote it and I wanted to share what's happened, even though it's hard. I've read my own words several times and I'm still shocked at how far I went. After my son found out the truth, he became completely distant from me. At first, I thought it was just a teenage tantrum, that with time and explanations it would pass. I was wrong. Not only did it not pass, it got worse. He started spending more time at his father's house. He'd let me know late, or sometimes not at all. I'd wait for him at dinner and he wouldn't come. Finally, a month ago, he told me with a coldness I'd never seen in him, "I'm going to live with Dad." And he left. There were no screams or insults. He just took his things and left me standing there at the door with a lump in my throat. I spoke with his father. I asked him to at least let me see our son on weekends. He told me he's not going to block contact, but he's also not going to force the boy. That if my son wants to see me, it will be his decision. It hurt, but I understand he's right. I tried to apologize to my son again. I sent him a long, heartfelt message, telling him I know I hurt him, that I know I stole irreplaceable moments from him, that I acted out of selfishness and pain. He replied with a short text, "Don't write to me for a while. I need space." I haven't seen him in person for 3 weeks. I know he's okay, that he's still studying, that he's going to therapy, his father told me. But I feel like I'm grieving, as if I buried something. And the worst part is I can't blame anyone but myself. I built the lie. I took his father from him. I destroyed the trust my son had in me. And now I'm paying the price. In therapy, my psychologist told me something that hit me hard. You can't expect your son to forgive you on your timeline. He'll decide if, how, and when he does. All you can do is be available. So that's what I'm doing. I'm available. I'm not pressuring him. I send him a short message every 2 weeks to tell him I love him and I'm here. He doesn't reply. But I send it anyway. I don't know if he'll ever forgive me. I don't know if I'll get my son back. But I've learned, too late, that manipulating a child's relationship with their parent is like burning a bridge you'll someday need to cross yourself. Thank you to everyone who commented on my first post. Many of you said harsh things, but you were right. This is my fault. And now all I can do is wait.